What is going on with the video game industry right now? Why do we have all these AAA games keep coming out and they seem to be absolute letdowns? Why does it seem that all the older games we used to play whenever they came out, it was amazing, great experience? Let's see if we can answer some questions. First of all, it's that time of year again. So I thought this would be a great topic for that time of year. The time of year where gaming content runs dry for multiple reasons, right? I would consider this the end of the gaming year. And it usually happens the same time every year, the end of the summer going into early fall. Mainly, this happens because a lot of these new games and major updates for current titles are gearing up to release for this new holiday season. So usually this time of year, you're left playing what has already come out for this gaming year, and all the updates are kind of postponed and the big game releases. Because of this, I thought it'd be a good time to reflect on this last couple gaming years, and it's been rough. Some classic examples of some games that came from a AAA studio and just released in a complete flop are Halo Infinite, Cyberpunk 2077, Anthem, Fallout 76. I'm just gonna stop there before I get sad, but I think you understand. I'm sure you can think of even more that were supposed to be very good and just were a big letdown. All these games looked incredible, but managed to fall short in some way. And it's honestly heartbreaking for someone that loved growing up on very, very, very good and completed video games. Meanwhile, thinking of older games like Halo 3, Zelda, The Ocarina of Time, World of Warcraft, and many, many others like it that came out a while ago seemed to be a much better gaming experience, much more polished, and they just absolutely delivered on what they were trying to say they were gonna do. There are a lot of absolutely legendary games, but most of them seem to come out a while ago. It's been a while since we've had a really good game that's been completed and we loved it from start to finish. Maybe Elden Ring. That one was really popular recently, but it's hard to think of another one, and that's a problem. Tell me in the comments real quick, what's your favorite game of all time? I guarantee you it was from a while ago. So why is that? Now, all these games are completely different and all have a specific reason of why they didn't perform exactly how they should have, or why they didn't deliver that experience you were looking for. However, I'm starting to notice a trend with a lot of these newer games, especially the AAA ones, and that's what we're talking about here today, is the common curve that we're seeing. Part of the recent reason is just the pandemic that affected our whole world recently. So therefore, a lot of these games that had a predetermined release date were just scheduled when they were going to release, and unfortunately they got released at that time, even if they weren't really ready. And we're still seeing the fallout of that probably for this next year or so. It's not just the pandemic. A lot of these companies might have had a hard time convincing the head of their company or the investors who put the money in order to get the work done right for the game. They're trying to get a return on their investment, and they're trying to get it soon. And these investors don't understand that they might need to wait a little bit longer than what was planned. Also, when creating a AAA title, there is a lot of hype and advertising that's needed to generate with a lot of money that has already been spent, which they would have to spend some of again. And they don't want to do that. It's very expensive. So a lot of it really just relates to money and just pushing things out faster and faster in order to get more and more of it. Another part of it is the market. Not only do they need to finish the game, but the way the gaming market is shifting, it used to be fully completed story games that might take a long time to complete, and now they're kind of switching it to multiplayer, regularly updated live service style games, becoming a lot more popular. So it's in a better mindset of the business to not release the full product at once, right? But to slowly trickle out content after the game's initial release, versus the old style where they released everything at once, the entire game, in order to enjoy the full experience. So because of this, the game's already released with less content overall. And if the content is not extremely polished, it's very noticeable because we're not playing as much stuff at once, and it seems to hurt a lot more. But that's just how the gaming market is. And I really hope developers start to slow everything down, because it seems to be pretty clear to the gaming community that we are not very happy with the last couple of years, no matter what the reason. I mean, think about it. What's one game you're like super excited to play right now? It's kind of hard to think of more than like 3. And that's kind of crazy. I want to be excited again for a game. I hope you all enjoyed this video topic. And if you want to watch me while I'm live playing games, I stream live on Twitch and TikTok every single night. Try to catch me there. Link in the descriptions. Thank you so much. See you soon, everybody.